So would I. Get people healthy.
These back there.
That's interesting. He didn't know about the Richard Gans thing. So I keep people sitting there. Fucking try to plagiarize my shit and other people's stuff. And say it's theirs. My methods and so forth. Like, get your motherfucking punk ass. He specifically say Gans. Motherfuckers just trying to kill everybody off that don't accept the Gans process. But I'm like, dude. Sound like some off the wall shit. Trying to kill people off. I hear you where I feel you, brother. You are getting long in the tooth. Well, I did that shout out years back. Wasn't lying. I used to try to get people in the shop to try to do that and show them information and posted it, and all of a sudden, just before COVID came out, and during COVID, the motherfuckers started hitting me with the fucking fact checker bullshit. Wow. Well, the only other person that I met getting that shit done too. And backing it up with science.
See, he's gonna eject you.
Yeah. Get on your side of the road. Shit, got so many knots. I'm confused on it. You gotta get this stuff back out to interact with it. Well, what the fuck did you do with it in the first place? If you're telling me the other stuff that you just said, I'm trying to figure out, like, what did you actually do with what I meant?
Maybe now interact with it with your new eyes. You know, but
You didn't know that Shanghai does all this kind of stuff, then interesting. I think it got to be heated to do electric charge.
Put under distress.
You don't need that. It's not phase electric. You got somebody blowing the fucking. You take it away. Ooh, tickets like a motherfucker. You got to do nothing to it, and it does that.
And it doesn't have to do with the factors of the environment because you can put it in water.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to argue that the water is activating it. You know, like he was saying that the environment is activating it, or like the factors of the, like, and that basically that the impulses or like the voltage.
So I'll show them the things that I've done where I go, look, here's a big old block of Shanghai with fucking this amount of electricity going through it, with this amount of electricity going, this amount of electricity going through it. 3 different fucking power sources should be frying each other out, going through all this shit right here. And here's the EMF reader sitting on top of it. You think that water's charged? So that right there is in this bottle, which was put in this that I'm using for that. Here, this is Shanghai. You got somebody that's heating Shanghai up, but are they flaming it like this?
Yeah.
All you're doing is drying it out and making it brittle. Depending on what you're using. Have you seen with elite or with good pieces of tumbles, they blow up on the fucking stove with the water content in them. So, what are you doing? Small stuff, big stuff? So I sent you that in text, the link of that video, I'll send it to him. Very good.
There's no proprietary thought to putting something on the kiln. Like this is like a next level. This is another level of interaction with the material.
From taking it from some other material that you took in your head and you ground it down and you extracted that material and put it in a liquid and made that into a material and put that with some other shit and mix those together inside your brown gases, as you keep saying.
And creating new materials.
As you keep saying, where I'm like, well, what if I'm just making brown's gas and what's going in the glass? Because brown's glass don't change glass from fucking clear glass to fucking, not a fumed glass, but a fucking glass that's fumed and got shit inside it. But fumed glass only happens if you get bulk. So how did bulk come up through the flame and be as an ion? Be it is already in ion form, but how is it on fire and part of the flame? Which you only see in fire when you set and or reach the temperature of the flame. Like with the first thing that I showed you from a decade back. Using fucking extracting the energy out of that fucking piece of lightning.
Yeah.
Tiffany, remember sister the fucking liquid pulse laser I made? Showed you in the alley? Here. Motherfuckers keep irritating me with shit. I'll make it again. But this one's a pulse engine. You guys know how to make this light. If you don't, here's all the little steps that lead you back. Ah, he's there.
Yeah.
Water droplets that'll help you understand down and up. The shit that they run in simulations where they show the droplet beating out and showing the fucking matrix of fucking quantum entanglement and shit. You see it right there in nature. interaction between the droplet and before it becomes a drop that I caught on beam, or it's just a fucking beep. You don't know shit like that is if you conceptualize it. I'm homeless fucking on the street. Not on the street, on the beach. On the beach, man. Watching this shit, trying to express to the world. Like now. So I'm just trying to get my point out. I don't give a fuck. If I patent this shit, then it fucks all you guys up. Fuck, I want to do that for, get rich, to do what? I just want the information out. And showing like everybody's seen, has experienced it. You do it in this manner, it'll do something for you. Otherwise, you can hold the flame to the shit and it won't fucking do nothing. It's conscious interactive, sir. I know you understand them concepts. That positive negative destructory that you're talking about, you still have to equate. You're not understanding how does whatever kinetic energy you're talking about not infringe on the intrinsic rattle of the water and interact with it sympathetically for it to encase and encode it to transfer it back to the person to the environment, the fucking apple tree right there, me. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you get fucking frustrated and trying to fucking talk with persons like, nigga, I'm already there and I've been there since I was a kid. Like, let me do all this magic trick so you fucking get my attention. I mean, motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? This is where my frustration comes from. Is I had to do all this when my mindset has been here since out the gate. Or he was still on the premise like he was last year, where that video would probably get offense to it if he was able to see it. Because I'm like, fuck, since he kept talking about the premise. Here, how am I holding this shit? Because this is what I've been saying. Hold on, mama. How am I holding this? How is this going on? Because a kiln can't do this.
Esto ya te lo limpié todo de nuevo. Solo te queda a vos limpiar el escritorio. Dos cosas. Ay, Ezequiel. Primero, yo creo que hay que pasarle, por eso fui a buscar esto recién adentro, lavandina al piso. Yo le pasé toda la aspiradora desde la mitad, todo para acá, esta mitad está lista. Y la segunda mantilita piadosa, hay que decirle a la señora que en la mañana no se hace la limpieza.
Okay. Debería Gardenia las redecillas. Tengo sanitizador porque ella me dijo, sí, no sé si se sanitiza la mano después de...
Antes de poner las manos.
Sí, con las manos no se sanitiza.
Yo te dije. Y eso, otra cosa, la lavandina hay que ponerla en un spray. ¿Vos la vas a poner en el que está el alcohol? ¿Preparado?
Sí, pero con la lo tengo que hacer a la medida de testearlo con la solución. Así que estoy esperando que me lleguen las tiritas hoy.
Bueno.
Y compré jabón de manos.
¿En pan o líquido?
What he means by sending him a thing of topics, though, like what? About what? I'm confused.
Okay.
I'm confused on what he means by like topics and all that shit. Like what?
Meaning, like on the first like opening question, I guess he was saying that he gets so many people calling that to remind him, what was it about? You mean the topic of the conversation?
Yeah, he was saying send me stuff in email so we can communicate stuff. Like, I don't understand.
Yo traje chía.
Te acordaste de la chía, qué bueno.
The only avenue that I have is with the document on Facebook. It's fucking, I stopped fucking putting myself on the USB on.
Oh, I vino pesa.
Yo lo que necesito que vos me hagas la tarjetita para mandar ese que me pidió. Y no, y
Están acá.
¿Qué?
Los labels. Thank you.
La ponemos en eso. Sí. Ya están todas tus órdenes listas, ¿eh?
Bueno,
Faltaría-
tengo que volver, ya llamé hoy a los de las amatistas y la tengo que devolver algunas.
Bueno, pero ya la pude hacer. Faltaría que te haga esa que está atrasada. Yo usé las que ya porque faltaban las cajitas. ¿Te acordás que había una orden que faltaban cajitas? Para guardar eso era de... Ahora me voy a fijar cuál era. ¿Y dónde está el papel? Ah, sí, yo no te necesito que me hagas la etiqueta para el PS.
Ahora te la hago, ¿no?
Sí, y decime, porque no hay bolsitas de más de...
No importa, dije que se las plateadas.
No hay más.
¿Muestra gratis?
No,
No queda nada.
no. Salvo que ustedes las hayan...
usadas.
Sí, salvo que ustedes las hayan guardado.
Everybody
en otro
wants to
lado.
come to our place. It's fine.
Yeah, I know, it's like... No importa, usa cualquiera, usa estas marrones, si son más grandes, estas blancas.
No importa.
No, si esta es la que había delante, le mandamos una blanca, estamos chuchas, la verdad. Yeah, I know, I'm like, let me do a house redo before you show up. Like, I mean, it's cool living in the wilderness, but I mean, like, I like to fucking... That's next level shit. Like, that's impressions matter.
Yeah.
I had the idea. I thought he was gonna say he wanted to do that. Yeah, like 2025 maybe. You know, not where we look hella domesticated, but at least like we have some of our shit put together.
Yeah.
We don't have more the tree. The guy came yesterday to cut one of Steve's and cuts mine. Take out.
Ah, sí.
Yeah.
¿A quién llamó, Steve?
No sé, creo que uno que trabaja, no sé, Steve llamó a uno que creo que es el encargado del cornhole de New Brunswick.
Ah, sí.
Y yo le dije, me dice, sí, yo la he visto en el mercado cuando lo fui a saludar. Y le digo, vos sos el encargado de... Sí, le digo, los que se ponen adelante del puente, te dijo. Sí, dice, yo entiendo, qué sé yo. Ahora parece que se van a mudar enfrente.
¿Al otro evento?
Sí, porque...
So, I'm saying that the guy, who is the one that has the backhoe? That we were joking around? The guy that has the case backhoe in Strawberry that I've been asking him about. Remember the last time we went about propane? There was a guy that I was talking to about a backhoe. He is the one that is in charge of the cornhole event.
Yeah.
And he's the one that came
He's
and
a
cut the
champion
tree.
also.
He cut the tree just because Steve called him for doing his own trees or something. And my mom said, "Oh, you're in charge of the cornhole event. You guys are the ones that set up in front of our booth, you know?" And he said that they're going to the other coffee place. Why?
I don't know. Because they are missing a lot in front, and they say they want to try what's going there.
Do you want water then?
This is okay. No, this is you can use this one because it's clean, and also I was using this so spray. I was using that for my last because I did everything, this part today. I use this one. ¿Cuánto le pongo el paquetito a la cajita que pesa? ¿La tengo que pesar?
¿Cuál es?
6 por 6 por 6, la de 10 cucharitas y 10 infusores.
Fíjate.
Ok, ahora voy.
De paso, trae la balanza, porfa, si yo también la uso.
So we're wiping off all the top.
Yeah, the lids. Wiping off the lids, and actually we need to take the kayaks, we take them home, and clean that up. Just have them home for the week, and then clean here, you know. And then we have to, because I think this is too heavy for you and I to just, I mean, we could remove it and clean behind it. There's, you know, because there's some spider webs and stuff. Let's do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the vacuum, look at the vacuum, so spiders and rat poop here and stuff like that. This one I already cleaned. I have taken that out, but 1, 2, 3. Is that good? Yeah, especially that spot. The vacuum should be here.
Sí, avanzo. Esto ya no hay que tocarlo. Yo eso no lo descorrí, pero le aspiré.
Y eso ya no está bien. ¿sabes?
Sí, y eso no lo descorrí, pero lo aspiré.
Está bien. Pensé que iba a llevar los kayaks al auto.
Sí, buenísimo. Yo le iba a decir ya que lo llevara.
Esto, los puedo poner estos dijes. O me lo llevo a mi casa y lo hago. Los dijes.
Ah, bueno, es que estaban adentro sueltos.
Esto, back repellent. ¿Qué hacemos? Vamos ordenando esto.
Esperamos, estoy haciendo esto ahora.
Bueno.
Un minuto. Ahí quedaron esos, viste, que hacen falta para los
Pero son feos, no son iguales. Pero no este par, cambiar el par y limpiarlo. Te quedan amatistas. Mirá que capaz que tardan una semana en venir. Y yo sé que todas las órdenes que entraron...
Todas las que yo hice, ya las hice.
El flaco dijo que no había ningún problema, pero que les avise que cuando están empacando la orden, entonces buscan las amatistas más grandes.
Eso me da como que no está conectado. Está al revés esto.
Estas nos las quedamos. Estas sí las podemos usar. Y aunque no sean terriblemente grandes, nos da material para la semana. Porque me entraron un montón de órdenes.
Qué suerte.
Sí.
¿Hablaste con Lu hoy?
Sí.
Ah, ¿y cómo está?
Bien, mejor. Me mandó un mensaje anoche o esta mañana yo le dije buen viaje. Me mandó un mensaje diciendo que el último día en la isla un amigo le había llevado a dar una vuelta en motocicleta, así que le gustó, así que no se vio tan frustrada, que le dio mucho como
incentivo para irse a la isla nueva. Sacó 9 días, que está mejor que haber sacado 2.
¿Le comentaste de los lugares?
Me dijo, hoy estoy mejor, no la odio tanto. Vi a un amigo, me llevó a recorrer la isla en moto y me cambió la experiencia. No me voy tan frustrada. Me dio como súper aliento de la otra isla. ¿Qué estoy contando?
Sí.
No estaba conectada.
Gracias. Sí, ¿y?
Me dio como súper aliento de la otra isla, así que vamos a ver qué pasa. Gracias y perdón por ser tan pesada y bloquearme.
Entonces iba hoy.
Sí.
Buenísimo.
Hay 5 estudios de yoga ahí en ese pueblito. Hay lugares de surf, de alquiler de tablas de surf.
Esa zona es muy linda y el sur es maravilloso.
Sé que no habría conseguido hostel ahí, no sé, de repente después se quiere ir días más ahí. Yo lo que lo voy a tratar de convencer es de que no se vaya a Barcelona. Dijo que le había pedido un amigo si iban a alquilar un mes en Barcelona. Así ya no quiere ir a Barcelona. Que por lo menos le quede esa como la experiencia de que después si está en Argentina considera ese como el punto de destino cuando se quiera ir.
Yo para mí sí, para mí tiene que tratar de conseguir ahora que es verano y hay mucho turismo.
Y esa isla dice que es primavera todo el año.
Sí, es la de mejor clima.
Pero es la ventosa, pero en esa zona, Corralejo, se supone que te protege de los vientos del norte, entonces no es tan ventosa.
Al sur es más ventoso y ahí es donde hacen los campeonatos mundiales de surf.
Pero la isla en sí misma, al recorrer es 1 hora y 20.
¿Qué? Lo tengo acá, pero no te lo puedo dar ahora.
Me mandaron un código.
La isla en sí misma no es 1 hora y 20 nomás.
Pero claramente necesito un medio... Microsoft.
Sí.
Obvio que van a necesitar un medio de transporte, pero
7789-229.
por un tiempo, por lo menos el recorrer y eso, que sabes que es temporal.
Sí, aunque sé que se podría alquilar una motito o cualquier cosa.
Claro, yo le iba a decir. Si Lucía me ayudó un montón con el trabajo de haciéndolo virtual, ahora me dijo, y después ayer cuando cortamos me dijo, me voy a la isla, me saqué 9 días, mandame cosas para hacer. Que yo
Ahora,
le dije,
viste, no pudiste entrar. El mercadito, después yo te pongo Corralejo, tienen un mercado que trabaja 2 días a la semana, creo.
¿en Corralejo?
En Corralejo también, también en el sur hay.
Calma.
Sí,
Calma.
Costa Calma, pero ese también tiene. Y aparentemente no tenés que llevar el bus, nada, porque tienen techito, todo, o sea que...
Sí, los vi, son estructura de madera.
Tabla con...
En la otra isla
Y
tenía.
entonces a mí me parece...
Ay, qué asco, esto no se logra.
Del techo debe ser, porque yo saqué un par de telarañas que había con el plumero. Yo lo que digo es que a lo mejor ella podría ponerse a ver lo de los permisos. Y si ella dijo que ella podría hacer esto y que le gustaría...
Bueno, nos va a decir del monotributista, que esto, que lo otro, y bueno, ya fue.
Y bueno, en algún momento ya se sabe, hay que pagar, ¿qué va a hacer? Pero entre no tener nada para hacer, entonces por lo menos ella sabría que se va de Argentina y tendría esta expectativa de hacer esto. Yo podría ir y ayudarla. Pero ¿quién tuvo la idea? Bueno, podríamos ir y ayudarla a montarlo, ver. Bueno, se va a Barcelona, se hace un descanso y después se va hasta ahí. A mí me parece que estaba bueno y si no, como te dije...
Somos las socias capitalistas, ella pone la plata y nosotros la incentivamos.
Y si no, como yo te dije...
Thank you, babe.
Mientras tanto, ahora podría usar ponerse sola, si no pregunta, ponerse sola y hacer yoga en alguno de los lugares que tiene el hotel. Y alguien se le iba a sumar, si la ven a ella haciendo yoga, qué sé yo.
No, sí, hay un montón de lugares que dicen, que ofrecen voluntariado pago, para las clases.
Bueno.
Es cuestión de que tenga ganas de
Sí,
hacer.
ya lo sé.
Pero ese hostel tiene un buen espacio, yo le voy a mandar cosas para hacer, no sé.
Tiene buenos espacios, eso es lo que te dije.
Entonces puede levantar, tomarse un café, sentarse ahí en la
Afuera.
terraza, no sentir que tiene que estar en el movimiento todo el tiempo. Como...
No. Ah, bueno, ahora otra cosa. Espera que te voy a hacer esto. Voy a hacer esto y después te digo.
Tomá esto divino, lo ponemos en otro lado.
Ah, bueno, yo no sabía si lo ibas a usar para poner viromes o algo, por eso lo dejé.
Podemos, pero no tengo viromes.
Traigo de adentro. Y me llevé y te lavé el tacho de basura.
Bueno, y eso lo vamos a necesitar.
Esta parte yo creo que ya no hay que tocarla más. Y lo único que le falta a tus órdenes es que yo no les puse las etiquetas porque como tengo diferente clase de etiquetas, imprimime todas y ya hay un montón que podés sacar hoy si querés.
Bueno, y vamos a repasarla.
Ayer me estuvo escribiendo una señora preguntándome si yo podía involverlos individual los infusores. Yo le dije que si me lo pedía, le dije que sí, porque entre no vender nada que nunca vendo,
¿Cuántos quieren?
30.
¿Sí?
Y yo le dije que sí, y me puso la orden.
Bueno,
Son 60, ¿qué hago? ¿Los pongo en cajita?
Ah, hay una orden que hay que sacar de eBay. ¿No la viste? Pidieron 10 en eBay. Un pack de 10, ¿te acordás que eBay que nunca se vende nada?
Ajá, no, si yo no... Algo me dijo acá de eBay, que yo no lo borré. Sí, acá está. No, Prime Report. Eso no. eBay. Your eBay label is ready.
Claro, eso. You made a
It's
sale.
sale for 10 pieces T-ball infusers. Ok.
A ver si la puedo... O
Entonces,
si no, si te dice your eBay label is ready, me la imprimís. ¿Por qué no saca? Shipping label.
esto no tendríamos que ponerle nada porque yo ya lo limpié.
No, ya sé. Ya está.
Y esto se lo pongo, que le voy a decir a papá en todo caso que... Ah, bueno, entonces lo único que falta para que yo termine con lo mío y haga tus cosas es la etiqueta esa del chai. De Golden Chai. Esto está limpio.
Buenísimo. Podés hacer esa orden de 10, de un paquete de 10.
Así como vienen.
Sí.
¿Y dónde los pongo? En un sobre.
Sí, como te has mandado.
Como estos.
Sí.
Acá. Oh, What I did, that part, I use the vacuum. Yeah. I think it's better.
Y antes de empezar con los permisos de té y todo eso, yo le diría que se hagan un impuesto de cristales.
Bueno, pues
No requiere todo lo de la salubridad, que esto, que lo otro.
Pero a lo mejor ahí no son tan estrictos, habría que ver. Bueno.
Esto está sucio.
Sí. Faltó el escritorio. La parte esa. Que como estaba llena de cosas otra vez, yo no hice nada ahí. Pero todo el resto, limpié todo. Descorrí los cosos, limpié todas las...
Te mandan otro código, Ale, por favor.
Blessings. Toma, pichi. Ay, tengo que poner una... ¿Le pongo muestra gratis o no? Al sobre.
Sí.
Hola, papá.
Ay,
How are you today? I think this is the name of that stuff from Argentina.
What?
I'm talking to the gentleman, John Martin, today.
Con el científico virólogo.
Stuff that they had made in Argentina that changed, that reverse cancer. And some plants.
Ok. Esto ya está. ¿Dónde pusiste el...? Ah, ya lo vi. No pongamos, porque si no es otra cosa para lavar el viernes. ¿Viste?
¿Por qué para lavar el viernes?
Y porque otra vez va a haber que volver a lavar la cosita esa, la que te dije de poner la macetica. No la pongamos la virome suelta nomás. Y porque el viernes en la mañana yo pensaba, le paso la aspiradora, le pasamos.
No, ya no sé, no sé, re temprano. Ya fue.
Y la lavandina al piso. Yo pensaba pasarle la lavandina.
Bueno, hoy. Porque,
Bueno, no sé. El viernes pensaba.
hoy sí que va a ser diferencia de la lavandina del piso.
Y pero hay que pasar un trapo al piso porque yo te digo, yo en mi casa aspira Tiger y después le paso un trapo al piso.
No.
Hoy le puse a Tiger. No se lo lleno, se lo mando así. Que queda la pancita, pero todo esto no, porque era un peso con algo.
Bueno,
¿Eso?
no sé.
After talking to dude, I had somebody try to break into my account.
tomorrow, you know.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
It said 24 on one side and 552 on the other. Huh?
And they said that in a moment it was 580 and then goes down.
Oh, that was the blue? You said
The blue, yeah.
Blue.
Well, you know, we are a crazy country. Because this is our economic minister, and he's running for
President?
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, you can only laugh.
That guy's gonna end up fucking. Sorry. He's gonna end up pulling a Trump and doing like even worse deficit.
Mm.
Is that what everyone's expecting since he's doing as bad as the
And the worst is that all the no sé cómo se dirá encuesta.
The questioning, the tools. When the pools.
Oh, the polls?
Yeah, the questioning of the public.
Is that their for him?
He's
Popular.
Yeah, he's more than 25, near 30 or more than 30 positive image.
So it makes you
Positive image.
makes you wonder like where are they living at?
Se hace preguntar dónde está viviendo la gente porque es como
Yeah.
it's like
What psychosis are they in?
yeah. Tu Pinky tenía anillo nuevo.
Ya te saqué lo de las ratillas. Lo guardé ahí adentro, ¿no? Para no olvidarlo. ¿Sabes?
That's like here.
No, así yo.
Hormonal balance 30. Ground yourself 100.
There's no fire or nothing like that nowhere.
Y porque el disco es más pesado que todo el partido de los puntos. Healthy Moon 59. Aromatic Garden 81. Passion Red 92. Jasmine Field. Rock and Me 105. Love Me Do 50. Chai Tea 100. We can get whatever, even if it's like Southern California or something. You won't cost us an arm on LA.
See what the criteria is. Just like that. Make a couple little glass pieces and so forth, samples like I do, and giving people show how to use it. But I'm not doing. I didn't even get to do a fucking video with you explaining stuff. It happens with a lot of people sometimes where they're just like, oh, when I show them, they're like, what? I've had this whole month. They also got completely wrong that person would have things tested and other stuff like that. Yeah. You got these minerals that are here that it's like, you know, not found in nature. Besides the mineral content on what you were asking me about of just kiln firing. What do you think's in their well points? What do you think's in the fucking energetics? I don't know. I don't know. You got that stuff in cheap because that's what you kept begging me about. You wanted something out there specifically for structure and other stuff like that. see, your makeup is not where I'm at. I just need a stepping stone. Put my stuff and your stuff in the right front of the right people and in their hands so they can touch it. And it's like, the world has changed. Yeah. Because obviously you had to talk to Keith or somebody that was fucking representing him or someone to get put. And why fucking he said what he said. It's not just anybody. Rubbed him, but then even a higher up person still doesn't explain shit in proper formality. If you wish to say in context, other than their jargon that they fucking took from us talking. And throwing it together, but still it's not even right to work. How the fuck does that work? Be it you're telling me if I don't lay in front of the orange rag, I'm stupid. How do I be not stupid? As he would say and shit. And I'm like, damn. My issue is trying to explain to the person, once you learn how to do it, like I was saying today, is that signatory frequency is yours. It's reputable, but not exactly, which science states. What is reputable, like I was saying to him. I taught people, or I had people try to do it, like Angel and so forth and others, went out and bought the equipment. They're like, yeah, I'm going to do that right there with Brown's gas, as you keep trying to say. And ain't done shit. And it's worth watching this fight with fucking dry cell fucking price go up like $150 during that time. And fucking those groups take my shit and blow up after showing what I'm doing and start using my verbatim of treated water and growing their food with it and all that kind of stuff that I was trying to do on the side. I was like, look at this shit. At least give me some acknowledgement. I don't know fucking money. Just some acknowledgement. Maybe because your examples are still petty. You're still not recreating what I'm doing. Even with the stuff that you're doing, you're still not doing some stuff. Whereas like, where did you come up with the flame? It's right there in my drawing. Why had you watch the video? Ethereal light displacement theory. It's the evolution of myself. Evolution of my soul. As you've seen with the light and so forth that emits from your body, me asking the questions. Like this right there. How come I can do it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds, or 3 seconds, or 4 seconds with these materials right here? Here we're at a minute. Here we're at 2 minutes. Here we're at 5 minutes. Why isn't the flame that just melted this stuff with me not melting it for you? That's a whole other category of stuff of conversation. I'll say just conscious interactive, but here's a video of a welder using and another welder and not doing nothing. Yeah, my axe was blown up on one. So it was pissed that I was showing him. And my shit popped on Ryan.
Yeah.
It's like pop if you up. But here's the Morpheus stuff. Are you not understanding what I'm saying? What my skill is every title and everything I've been posting is talking about my liquid metal fuel after trading it. After talking about doing winter and GANs. Why I'm not doing that no more because I've already made the fucking energy form. Then I need to create to do my next step and my next set of drawings that I've drawn. Alright, so all this shit goes together. The evolution of my soul, evolution of life, evolution of other person. What I did when I died to this stuff was fine. And came back. Doesn't mean shit to anyone else except for myself. But if you're paying attention, you can do the stuff that I'm doing. That's how I got it from. And my intrinsic thought that I had when I first came to this planet and when I was born. This time around. This has been in my head. You talk about 1992. I was 12 years old contemplating this shit. Conceptualizing it. Talking with my friends about it. Up here in the valley. To put a flame to something, you see it as a flame this way, I see it as a flame the way that I do the water. Which if you pay attention to what I'm showing in the video, you can tell that shit's on fire. sparking and all that stuff he's talking about, hypothesizing, well, I'm showing the videos. And here, we'll see it smacking the water in that same video where you see electricity split apart in 5 different days. I'm taking the macro pictures of the energy going from my cathode to my anode and back and forth. You don't even know about refuge water crystals, though? Talk about energized water. You don't understand about that? Exciting water so much that you can fucking smack plastic with it and take it down. I understand the Leclerc effect, and I understand his process, and henceforth why I did mine completely different. So I can patent it and keep my shit completely different than his stuff. Anybody else out in the fucking multiverse that wants to try to say or ask or state, why would you come up with this information? Kalia? If you heard that man state, he's trying to branch away from that because he's seeing opposite. The electrostatic. This is what my work showed. Because there had to be something different.
I just told Steve I was going to drop it.
He was breaking down his own shit. So I thought was interesting. I should get play characters. I can show you my work where I'm quoting your stuff, telling people about your work, and specifically separating my shit. Where I did label it a couple years back, 5 years ago, Metcalf's fucking water. Explained that it was a byproduct of what I'm actually trying to show people like now. Like the other part was a byproduct of the product of what I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
In the water trap. And I'm calculating up. Here you go. What is this and how to get in there? This is from shit going out and coming back in. I'm just making Brown's gas. And how is there the ions of these metals that are the ions because I severely fucking made the ionic solution of this shit. And I'm using it as a fuel. You don't know about that? Shit, when I figured out how to make gold from this fucking shungite and everything, and had to switch my hose to a radiator hose and then to a high pressure hose because the shit was trying to blow up on me because it's creating so much motherfucking energy and hydrogen and oxygen. I had to start, as you see me study, and see what is out there on the books of people using nanoparticles, which I posted information on gold particles, silver particles, platinum, and then my findings of the scooterite and other shit that I was making, my ionic solution stuff and using. You don't know what to do with it. In a specific macro nanometer, as you realize that I was used that I make when I use my photocatalysis, which I try to teach people about when making ionic cells that no one else does, especially in the ionic silver and colloidal silver methodologies. It don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you make true novel colloidal silver at home and also have the ability not to get appearance. At such high fucking potencies that we make it at, or I have it at. Or motherfuckers say that's toxic. Because they're doing fucking metal protein and above. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you get over 300 parts per million, you're metal protein. Which they say don't even take, especially don't give it to a child, or squirt in your eye, or squirt in your body. Because you get brain damage and all this kind of shit. And I'm like, bro, waiting for me to turn into a sperm. Otherwise, doing it in the process that I've been showing. Kill stuff, radiates the stuff, gets the things out of your body, it's a perfect sunscreen, all that kind of stuff like a
Humectant.
Does all this stuff that your shit claims to but doesn't actually touch. Squirt on a wasp fucking sting and motherfucking make sure it goes away. holding the bottle, the washing goes away. They're squirting some stuff on the abscess and it going away. And so forth. For fucking toothache and all that kind of shit. Blah, other things that on the daily just get done. Documented. I gotta go to the hospital if I can do shit.
Well, yeah, after your chemical burn, 5th degree burn.
I should be over here with scars like fucking James dead. Like black on my face and on my arm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. You got an issue with fucking slowing my mind down when I focus on shit to talk with a person. And the relevance is they're actually paying attention when I'm saying. Unfortunately.
He wanted to get it off the grass. Hi, how are you?
Good, sister. How you doing today?
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi. Yeah, he wanted to, it was on the grass, so he wanted to get it off. And I think these ones dying. Oh, yeah, it doesn't look good. No. Maybe just trim it. Maybe trim it up. Because they wanted you to fire department. Because when the fire goes on the ground, yeah. But Steve's probably going to get to your tree. You might do yours tomorrow. He's sharpening his saw right now. So it's getting sharp.
I would have known that this shit was better with a fucking song. I didn't tell you to bring the big truck over here so I could do it.
I guess we got different timings. These people want shit done like yesterday.
He starts, but then he wants to have one when he tells you at 8 o'clock in the morning and he said, well, no,
And this one, he sold a lot of this wood. Put it in his truck, him and Carol, and they sold it.
oh,
I don't know who bought it, but they
I
got
don't
it.
know. He told to me, I have a wood for you there, but he didn't tell me that he's going to sell to me. He's going to sell to me, I'm not going. Never bought wood because they came to me, so I'm not
Oh, if I could kill my mom when she goes around buying wood.
Yeah, I know.
And you have to make sure when you burn this, because there's so much sap that you put this stuff in.
Yes, I put it.
Most of the people just use this kind of wood for firewood, not in their house. Because we can put like one of the oaks and put it in, and it lasts all night long. Until the morning, there's still coals. But these burn so fast that they don't keep coals. It's fine. Hardwood's good, but I think that's
Yeah, he's
That's what we're gonna bring over.
yes, right.
Yeah, don't even enjoy it.
And then we're gonna put her down and make a but she's got to do stuff to do that too. There's so much to do. There's so much work.
And nothing after time.
See you later. See you in the morning.
Sí, mamá, no le vayas a comprar madera, ni aunque sea madera dura, yo te digo que le estoy regalando a la madera.
No, yo lo vi a Lona porque le di las herramientas y me dijo, ahí tengo madera para vos. Bueno, dije yo, perfecto. Ahora ella dice que él vendió madera. Pues yo que no me la vaya a vender, pues no se la voy a comprar. Si me la regala bien, pero si no... Eso hay que pasarle el trapo a los tuppers.
I know, yeah, clean the tuppers.
Ok. Bueno, ¿qué querés que haga? Ah, lo cambiaste de lugar al...
So is there a certain amount of bleach that goes in that water, or is that just to stay fresh like that? For the red?
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
doing the solution yet. Just whatever. I don't know how much my mom's putting. It's just for cleaning up the dust on the Tupperware.
I use that. The clean all the surface. I use that for all the other Tupperware.
show them. Put it together, show them. Talking about funding. Giving us the ability to test on people.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to disdain from him if he understood the holographic universe theory. The person he was talking about that was putting the pictures of the focal point of the computers in one area and you sit in the center of it. That's what that's for. The same with the electroculture. He didn't understand that. Like that changed his whole paradigm. But it's like that shit was shit. I was trying to get you to understand what that is.
Ok.
There's so much there, like more.
¿Estos querés que los guarde allá? Entonces, estos que ya están hechos. Los guardo ahí adentro.
Pero no, así no, los tenemos que poner en un contenedor, no los vamos a poner solos.
Yo pensaba dejarlos solos.
No, los quiero poner en un contenedor.
Sí, pero pensar que tener que buscar un contenedor para cada... O sea, te entran menos.
O si los ponemos así, no sé, lo vamos a tener que limpiar, porque la tapa se va a llenar de polvo. Vamos a ponerlos así por ahora.
Supuestamente no se van a ensuciar porque supuestamente está la puerta cerrada. Y bueno, la amiga Lucía nos consiguió el departamento. Buenísimo. Buenísimo. La mitad, así que me ahorro $400.
¿Y si lo pagan en pesos?
Ya vemos, sí. Si justo me pagan la jubilación, se lo pago. Este lo llevo a la cocina, ¿querés? Después te lo traigo. O lo guardo, lo puedo guardar en el tupper donde tenés la...
Claro, la cocina, pero había un frasco que tenía azúcar, eso quédatelo, yo no quiero que tiene azúcar. Ese frasquito lo usaste para azúcar o algo, me lo volviste a dar, no lo voy a poder usar.
Ah, sí, no. Ese frasquito era el azúcar que llevábamos para los shows por si había que agregarle.
¿Ice?
Yes, sir.
Ok. Toma.
This guy's asking me if I want to keep those amethysts. That he'll give them to me at a discounted price. They refund me $50, but then I will still have to place an order for those that don't have.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, I could sell them over time, like I'm doing, like making them earrings or like necklaces. Mm-hmm. But that's not exactly what I need right now.
Everything on that counter. Those two things have been wiped down. This has been wiped down.
aquellas, ponele. Ahorita van a estar en el auto porque vamos para el jueves, así que no te preocupes. Bueno, eso te lo podemos terminar este cuadrado y
Ya
eso,
sé, pero estaba tratando de sacarlo.
eso lo limpiamos después.
Claro, tenemos que cagarlo, echamos mucho. Sí, no da la vuelta.
¿La escalera no se usa más?
No.
Siempre. Esa la mía. Señor, ese es que no tiene olor. Mandón. Tiene olor a lavanda.
No, no es que no tiene olor. Unscented es como que sin
Ah, ok, sí, sin lavanda, limón. Yo creo que sería un proceso pasar un trapo rápido con un pedazo para que sienta el olor a lavanda. Y bueno, con la ropa. Yo lo dejo acá preparado, el trapo ese, cuando me levanto vengo, me tomo el café y paso un pedazo. ¿Qué va a hacer?
es una servilleta mojada en la bandina.
No, yo creo que hace la diferencia.
Totally.
Mira, este lo saco.
Sure did.
Sí, cuidado.
No creas mucho. On Mondays, we don't work, honey. On Mondays, we just clean the garage.
No, during the morning. Yeah. The heat.
We clean every day.
Yes.
I don't go home until I'm clean.
Yeah. For sure.
You know what?
De hecho, acá decís más todavía de mí te lo voy a hacer otra. Aparte mejor que está pesada. Y entonces, ¿qué se para?
Y ponemos música siempre. Sí. Childa.
We put cumbia
¿No viste la
and
foto?
reggaeton while we're cleaning too.
¿No
And
viste
we clean.
la foto de Esteban La Turca en Instagram y todo, no sé qué, y dice Gilda y está con una corriente de flores? Oh, sí, Esteban no tiene desperdicio.
While we're cleaning, we always do little reggaeton and cumbia.
Life is important. It's the guy that taught Albert Abrams. Where'd that go, baby? Take it past that with that tachyon. Tachyonized focal crystal. 51 degrees by 51 minutes by 51 seconds. It's only 3 days old, this batch. 6 reactors going at once. Beautiful smelling wood. Green entrainment.
Amazing musical dynasty and tradition in Mali. They are two.
Everything that is given in such manner, take from you. In order that you use it, take from your akira, the energetics. If you want to use the word God, your godly ways, it takes them empirical ways from you. So all you people out there that see naysay, almost past platinum. If you see 18.8 volts at 3 amps, I'm only getting 0.35 resistance on all of this. That's the Fujiwara. We're pumping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18 pistons. I took out where I was explaining. Hooked into that. Hooked into that. Hooked into that. Hooked into me. You over some? Reentrainment through sympathetic resonance can be accomplished. Phase conjugation. The plasmons and crystals, they react with the plasmons that were created. Of course, they take that away.
You gotta be willing to work off for 3 hours and sleep 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, someday you will have to stay up free.
Discharge. The direction of biomagnetics. Magnetic conjugation. Reverse take motor. If you wanna live high vibration, yeah. Got to have a good vibe. I am on vibration, yeah. Positive vibration, yeah. Make way for the positive, yeah. It's a new day. Studied water droplets for years. Watched them in fast motion, slow motion. It was in high speed. 60 frames per second, not 20. 120 or 240, what they have now. Bird flew in the garage, smacked the window and flew off.
Blue cesium, pure cesium. I'm going to recycle that for my high frequencies. I don't have to grind down aquamarines. They're some of the most expensive in the world. That have caesium replacement pseudomorphs. And grind them down to extract caesium. Beautiful bees. Right there is where it was titanium, silver, and quartz. Move it down in. Plasma reactor goes down in there. Smithonite. Plus there is its cap. You know that goes inside of it. Got this done when I get my hydro plant going. So I'll need the back dump to go into the earth instead of what's been going on with my solar. Anyhow, roommate Yogi's back, playing around the ecosystem. And the mountain lions around, the bear fall.
It's about doing that with alcohol when I used to drink. That's what I used to use alcohol for. To share with people and so forth. Right here, Craig and I are going, okay. That's the first time. I don't know the Zikr so I can change his spirit and take it out.
Phone disconnected.
I keep talking about them damn swimming species and other things like that. Send that shit to me so that I fucking see what it does after it gets hit. But then I need several different specimens because you need to see if it changes.
The before, the after.
But also what metal content is in there. And if you can also change it with just the normal sodium chloride as a catalyst. And or with it mixed. So I started doing that. Mixing it. Going, okay. If the sodium chloride's in there, it's still doing the same shit. Like, how is this infusing into glass? If the metal's no longer part of the process, people just say part of the reason that the catalyst is going on. To it being enhanced and producing more stuff, where I'm like, wow. Alright. I said, fuck you, Keish, and all you buddies. I'll show you guys something different. I've been doing it for the last 5 years. fucking, what he stated himself, he never thought of it being able to do. And I'm like, if you're making something that's so energetic that can be considered plasma, it should be able to fucking do, like I keep seeing, and make the pattern in amorphous fucking crystalline lattice structures. Looks the same as in plasma. You see the shit hop around. Like an hourglass. See the stuff restructure itself. And what does it constitute afterward? After macroscopy and all that kind of stuff. Person dealing with dumbasses that are just making gimmick shit and not fucking completely explaining their stuff and showing that to the other stuff. You're talking about stuff that the viruses, sir, and other things like that, fucking the body. That should be one of the things that you would use to give somebody that has it, even if you understood its makeup and material and so forth. The energy and how it fucking actually does in the water. Into the environment and so forth. Figure out how to dissect it. Isolate it, separate it out. Get all the different fucking color variants of it if you wish to say, because it's the different metals that you have constitute, but you're just using it in silver. Silver is not the bulk in it. Another material is, so where's that come from? The Quiche Foundation started out doing carbon stick method. Couldn't figure out what the fuck I was doing, how I was getting all the different colors and shit. They changed their shit. Just focused on the copyright bullshit. Get the yang bang zoo bullshit cracking off in juice form. I was like, man. That's interesting. I wanted to say in a program for it, the gentleman had ever experiment on hippies and dope fiends and shit and hand them stuff while they're high on drugs and see if it sobers them. As the book states that it's good for. It sobers them because the motherfucking the pituitary's been open. Now lower, less vibration and shit can't be done. I got that stuff to fucking motherfuckers just like fucking Devin said right out the bat, it's don't feel calm shit. The hell do you know? Just having that ability to have somebody step out of wrong fucking, regardless of whatever you're trying to do, fucking healing somebody, just giving somebody that calm right there, taking the anxiety away from somebody without them having to do anything. What are the people that you're talking with, and what does that stuff do? When I put that in water, that same experience has some silver. When I put that in water and I give it to plants, that same experience when I eat that shit or smoke it happens with me. I've done it to myself and helped other person with it. The motherfuckers hadn't closed their shop. There was those two fucking farmers that were trying to get me to do filters once. Besides the simple thing of the child fucking doing it. When he was young, fucking. So, 2 years, 9 months ago, or no, 2 years, 9 days ago. Did that to myself. Stefan. When Stefan did that thing with the waters, I was confused, just confused on his propositions because he doesn't outright like ask
No.
or present things. I mean, I understood he stated in a sense there's backing for us to do something, but I'm not sure. There's persons now because of that place. He's saying that we'd be able to get our work out there to, I guess, experiment on other persons, human trials, under their conditions. But still, it's not just what I'm doing, bro. There's this distance between us. Because we doing non-locality. You give us a picture like you're amazed on your friend being able to do the thing with the picture of the hologram. Send us a picture of the person that you're stating as the witnesses, besides their hair and a blood spatter, because you already got it on site for a person explaining what we're doing, and incorporate your work that we're doing so that I can fucking fine tune how we do this stuff to the person's resume, so that I see what it is and fucking boop, and we send it to them. Getting the balance and also made. So we start off first by doing a base scan and seeing what the fuck's going on in their body. And does this say the same of the background of their medical history? Why the person's going to the shit. First and foremost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not trying.
Let it pass.
I'm not going to be doing this stuff on site and so forth. And we don't do it on site. People either come to us or we do it on locality.
It's just interesting also that he's always talking about like treating the aftermath, the effect of the sickness or whatnot, but it seems like always too late when you're having to do that while not like repair the blueprint.
Exactly. And it's the issue that I had of studying fucking Don Paris' stuff. And going that way instead of doing stuff that's radionic or can be considered radionic. Be it all those signatories have all been found and so forth, if you wish to say, in base model.
And also
you can anneal those.
And also I would also emphasize not only that, but so a person doesn't become a client forever is like I would have said 90% of it, this is scientifically proven, 90% of the illnesses start in the mind. So if 90% of the illnesses start within the mind, and not because of deficiency of like connectivity and whatnot, but literally like the wrong signal being sent to the body, if the mind predecesses the body, you know, like he doesn't say anything like that. Nor I know if he would, like, if he does even accept it. Or like, or if he's like too...
That was why I was emphasizing
limited in the bulk.
Understand the scans and all that kind of shit like that was going on. We had to start supplying the foods and the vitamins in bioreadily available forms so that the persons can fucking conceptualize these concepts that their body's presenting to them. Otherwise, it's just gibberish to the person. And he's telling me that shit that's from electroculture. And I'm like, bro, you remember I sent you this shit, the information I got you intrigued and fucking on that. Otherwise, I wasn't even in periphery. How and why do you keep telling me shit that fucking I already understand? I spent like $1,000 on books and shit like that on that stuff that I was buying. And my friend fucking studied also to fucking help her fucking formulate the concepts of what she's accredited for. But again, you don't understand the mechanism of these things. You can't fucking, like you just stated, you can only suggest to this person about the stuff. When I just told you I understand the mechanism on how what you had figured out that I tested on myself, I was actually able to tell a person for a fact it would work because fucking some of the information and so forth of me talking with fucking kindred persons and friends. This is the information that I got them off and shot up on for fucking me. Person. Because of the codependent bonds that we shared as kids and as adults.
Yeah.
Mind states and so forth. It's interesting. Time to pull that drone and cut. Sweet refill.
Baby mama. Hey, baby. She's gonna be yelling at you.
need it. Something I'm not sure of, but ordering first. Trailer to it.
going down to your old house. I was on that turns, on those really sharp turns. You know, as you're going down towards your house, in that really narrow, sharp, sketchy part of leaving like the airport, and going down. Well, her is a property that Tatiana and him bought together, but then they had to fall through, and Tatiana moved out with Nick. And long story short, Tatiana was like, I don't know what to do. I forgot his birthday, and I was like, well, like he started going to therapy, and they are going, but so Tatiana wants to like amend the relationship by healthier terms because the way that it was going wasn't healthy at all. You know, so she was able to like step out of that relationship, being that they lost both of their parents, you know, and she was able to step out of the relationship, do healing on her own separately, and apparently he was like very aggressive, verbally, you know, and stuff, and it was like really intimidating for Tatiana. And now that she has grown in the last like 2 years of not talking to him and done her own work, you know, and what they gone through the baby, losing the baby and all that, she went through a therapist with Nick, like a counseling, you know, therapy, and she has worked her stuff and still working, you know, but she felt like she has built her strength to where she could talk to her brother without like looking down or like feeling intimidated and stuff like that. And so as we were going to the healing fair, I'm like, well, what do you want to do? What do you feel like doing? And she's like, I don't know, like none of us, it's not, she's like, it's not that we had said more than happy birthday for each other, you know, because we're still like in the process. And I was like, well, but he's gone the first session to the therapist that you recommended. So because she recommended the therapist, she first said, why don't you go for a couple sessions on your own to feel her out, so you don't feel like she's taking my side or anything like that, you know. And then like we'll go together, like they'll do family therapy kind of together, right? So he's gone to the first session, and so I was like, well, being that you guys are trying to change the note of things, and I understand if he hasn't showed up to your house with a cake, you know, but being that you're trying to do things differently, like what would you feel like doing, you know? Like, don't you want to change the course of how things are going?
Yeah.
And she said, yeah. So she was like, I can grab a cake and grocery outlet, and if you're okay with that, we'll drop it off on the way back, you know? And I was like, yeah, no problem. And so we were talking, and I was like, and she was like, I don't know. On the way back, she got the cake, but she was like, I don't know, like, I don't know about this, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, like, how would you feel tomorrow? You know, if the day has passed and you didn't do something to change it, you know? And so, and I'm thinking, as you know, my siblings aren't here, but if they were here, I would like to do something, you know, or be there. And
But also, you could have looked at your. I'm not estranged from my brother, but I kind of forgot my brother for a bit. You didn't not throw that out there since, but just that know that even if you were having, you wish to stay in better relationship with your brother, something like this just might happen, so don't break yourself apart.
yeah, no, she wasn't really feeling guilty that she forgot him. She was just saying that she didn't want to go with somebody else's suggestion because her girlfriend, his girlfriend, was like, why didn't you show up or something, you know? And she's like, that wasn't born from me. I know if that's what I want to do exactly. And I was like, well, just get the cake and then we'll see. And on the way back, I was like, let's do it. She received a message saying that he was really depressed, like he was by himself in the house. And I was like, let's do something. We just go together, you drop it off, and you know, you're not responsible for the. But she was like, oh, he's gonna think that this is like a really shitty gesture because like I just bought it and I'm bringing it, you know, like overthinking this stuff. And I'm like, well, you're not responsible of like both ends. And I get it, baking a cake and all that, it's a lot more personal and it's like a different approach, but better showing up than not. And so we did ended going by there, and I stayed in the car. I was like, "Do you want me to get out?" And she's like, "No, it's fine. It'll be like a minute." And they hadn't talked for like a year and a half or something other than texting, you know. And so he leaves like right in town. And so I was like, I was there for like 10 minutes in the car while they were talking. And then I was like, I feel odd, like I'm somebody else's property, and I'm like in the car. If somebody shows up to my property, I'll be like, "Who the fuck are you?" You know?
Yeah.
So after a minute, I rolled a cigarette and I popped out, and I was like, "Hey," introduce myself. And I was like, "Well, I guess." He's like, "Yeah, for sure. Let me go get one." So he went and got one. We both smoked a cigarette. I was smoking there too. We talked a minute, like break up, whatever they had going on, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then he was saying something about a garden. The vegetable garden, and he was like, "Do you guys want to see it?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure," because he said he had so much that he had a deer that has been eating like the sweet potatoes and stuff, and he was saying that this deer, like, we were kind of joking around, saying like it might be your karma, you know, because he's like, this deer would have shot any other deer, but this deer keeps like looking at me and fucking with me, you know, like she's fucking with me. Like I pretended to run to her. She doesn't fucking blink. You know, I like made all kind of noises. She's dumb as shit. You know, we were like, well, that's your karmic. You know, kind of like your karma, the kind of spirit animal coming to you. You know, she's trying to teach you something. But anyhow, so he was like, "Oh, I got so much parties. Like I'm probably gonna end up throwing it in the bushes, you know, or feeding it to the animals. They got like 100 acres, so." He was saying that there's like 40 acres that he doesn't even touch, that is like fenced in for all the animals, wild animals. And then so I was like, "Yeah, show me, you know, like if you ever want to trade or something, you'll find me in the Brownsville market, you know, if you want to bring." That's where the cucumbers come from. I was like, "If you want to bring something, like I'll give you teas or whatever, you know." And we were talking, and kind of feels like he feels like there's no sense of community. Like he's very much there. You know what I'm saying? Like he just stays there. He's there. He does like these humongous. Below the vegetable garden, there's like these like humongous greenhouse that like technology, beautiful greenhouse that I've never seen before, kind of thing. You know, like massive thing. But tucked in. You can't, even if you overfly it, I don't think you can even see it. But that's probably all he does, you know. And so he was really friends. Like Tatiana met Nick through him, you know, and then like Tatiana hit it off with Nick, and that's where she went after like she didn't want to live there no more. But anyhow, that's what took us a minute, and we left there like at 8, and then we got to Tatiana's house, and Nick was sort of like, not big time, but he was sort of like upset because Tatiana hadn't told him that we were stopping by at her brother's. Nick was under the impression that we were done with laundry and we were heading to the house, so he had made some food, you know, and so we ended
Did
up,
like I did and was like, wow. It's fucking 11 o'clock.
So when we showed up at Tatiana's, it was like 8:30,
and you got home at 10.
Yeah, and Nick was like, you know, he was upsetting all that, and they made food, and I noticed the way that they had made the food was like kind of having me to account too, because it didn't have no meat, no pork or anything like that. They just done like stir fry rice and veggies, and so I was like, you know, I really want to get in the car and just fucking leave, you know, but at the same time,
all I need to do is just send my husband a text so he's not sitting there stressed out figuring out if you're alive or not.
So I was just like, okay, I'll stay for a minute. And of course, like Nick hadn't gone to the farm to feed the animals because he thought we were getting there earlier. So it was like, no worries. I just stayed there for a minute. But then also, like when we were talking, because last time I saw that girl Mila, you didn't get to meet her, but Mila and Max, they're the ones that have that house at Airbnb. And last time I've seen Mila on Friday, past Friday, we were at the market visiting, and I was at, the market was getting late, just like, I was getting in the car, and I just like, peace out, like, I'm like, see you guys later, I'm not gonna like give you a hug to each one, I was just like, see you guys later. And Mila was like, no, come here, give me a hug, like, I don't know when I'll be back. And I asked Tatiana, like, what's up with that? Because when they rent their house Airbnb, they stay at Tatiana's, to have where to be.
Yeah.
And I asked Tatiana, like, what's up with Mila? Like, and these tickets that we got given for the fair were Mila's. So I was like, what's up with Mila? Like, why did she say she didn't know when she's coming back? And Tatiana was like, yeah, because she doesn't really know if she's even coming back. She just didn't got all her stuff. And
She had a breakup with the person she was with?
yeah, apparently. And that her mom, Max had told me a month ago, because Mila hasn't been here all summer. Max had told me that Mila's mom was moving. She lives in Mount Shasta. Mila used to live in Mount Shasta. And that Mila had gone help her mom pack her stuff because her mom was selling the house and moving to Mexico. And I thought, well, when Mila is done, she'll come back. And her birthday is on the 25th. And when we were at her house that time, that I remember I told you to come and you didn't come. But that time that I went to Mila's house, Mila was excited that her birthday was like on the 25th or something. She was turning 30, I think, or something. And she was like 30 or 31 or 33, something like that. She was 33. She was turning 33, and she was excited, and she was like, "Let's do something," So we're talking about like you're going swimming or kayaking or doing something, like doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Tatiana said that Mila felt like she doesn't want to be in Brownsville no more. Like she feels there's nothing to do. Like the only times that people get together is when she had like done a gathering, but it was only like twice a year kind of thing. And I was like, I was telling Tatiana, like, it kind of pains me because it's like, I didn't know she felt like that. Like, most of the time, like, I would have reached out to her. I don't have that friends other than Tatiana, and I sometimes feel like I'm fixating with Tatiana just because she's the only girl that I'll hang out with. I would have reached out to Mila. I just thought that she had a lot more going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I didn't reach out. But I was telling Tatiana, like every time I think of doing like yoga retreats or like whatever in potential that I think of doing, like I always have them in mind, as a crew that I would put together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or like something like that. And I said, like, I go to yoga, but I go to yoga with like 60-year-old women just like to hold space and get out, and I had told Tatiana about the yoga. It never occurred to me just because it's more like a stretchy class and my sister going to it and just having like this feeling like this ain't really yoga kind of thing.
Yeah, but that is from someone who was a 40-year difference, 20-year difference, 30-year difference of the other classmates that are doing it to the best of their ability,
Oh,
of their
for sure.
of their body
No,
and
for
so
sure. The
forth.
class
So
is what it is, and I'm
regardless
grateful for
of
it.
a person's perception, one shouldn't snicker, but provide a means to where if one wishes to advance those positions to where it matches what someone has in their head of what those persons at that age should be doing,
Mm-hmm.
then facilitate that before scoffing. Because if one doesn't understand the whole fucking squaring the circle, just to have that shit right there happening here is a big motherfucking accomplishment where you gotta perceive it as just like that being at home. Where if there's these ladies doing this right here, regardless of what you think, there's some women empowering themselves.
Yeah, that's why I go. And it really helps
If you
my
wish to say
mind.
or go that route or whatever, feminist
Holding
that,
space, people
but
like gathering.
somebody coming together and empowering themselves because the social norm of everybody else is against that. in so many different ways.
Yeah. No.
In so many different ways.
Despite the activity, there's so much that I see that it's going on into it that I guess I don't know. I just didn't.
From local politics to nation politics to global politics to fucking then religion and blah, blah, blah. Just to have that space open for some sisters, to, if you wish to call it stretching.
Yeah.
That all yoga is stretching. But it's the mindset and the space being held.
Yeah, I was telling the guys last night when I was saying, like, when I go there, for me, it's a space where it's an hour that I'm not thinking of productivity, you know, like an hour that I'm not thinking of, like I'm leaving everything behind the door and I'm just like there, you know, and well, but I was saying, like, it pains me just to hear the other side of the story because I would have never thought that that's how she felt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she would have been somebody that I would have clicked with, you know, like I just assumed that she had a lot more going on, you know what I'm saying? Like gardening and I don't know. Now in summertime is when we would get together, you know, like wintertime I can barely make it out, but in summertime at least like more gathering and swimming and doing things. But anyhow, just so I was just saying last night after dinner, I was just saying like on my end, because we are the community, however you want to see it, you know, it's like I maybe with better communication, you know, trying to like be there for each other.
Yeah. Socialize better.
Yeah, and checking on each other, you know, and being there for each other and making that community more solid. And things like that. Because it's like, damn, I don't know. It's like people our age, I mean, you know, like I would have never thought. I guess I didn't even know what their backstory. So I guess I never thought that where she came from, what was her social life before, what did she expected, you know, from the community or whatnot, like, you know, kind of dynamics and stuff like that. So that's it. I was just saying, like,
but it also is a two-way street. I mean, if someone doesn't reach out, but then also I can't say nothing because the last couple of years I haven't said nothing to anybody really. So. But the last thing that just happened with Smurf, I feel like a hypocrite now. Because other than folks that I get thoughts of or whatnot that reach out after me thinking about them, vocalizing them, getting weird thoughts or whatnot, or me reaching out to them and trying to communicate with them and so forth and see what the fuck's going on with them, like with Jim and so forth. I don't know. There's a lot more persons like that I would like to speak to, but myself, I haven't gotten past whatever is blocking me in my head. So I was saying how I feel like a hypocrite for trying to say something or what I feel now about things. So like the stuff with Robert and Cole and everything like that, if I had better communication with them, Like, he just sent a message saying he didn't feel safe, and if I want to buy his quad and shit. And it's like,
Have you not responded to any of his messages?
yeah, I did. I told him that I was sorry he's going through the shit and everything. That's why his next message was he didn't feel safe. It's not that I'm not responding. I'm writing back to him and everything. I'm just illustrating that's what he just sent me like a minute or two ago. And after that was, do you want to buy my quad?
It's like you're having somebody reaching out, but it also feels like there's a limit on the help that you can extend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that, and I don't know if Mila would have told me she needed more of a social life, how much of that I would have been able to provide. You know what I'm saying? But
But by just doing check-ins, if you wish to say with a person, if you're talking with them and seeing if you had enough encounters with them to see a pattern change or not, leading up to this, if you wish to say, if you had that much communication with them, or sensory communication of dowsing or whatnot, whatever you wish to say, I don't know. Excuse me again, how involved you are with persons that you sit down with and talk and so forth, or perceive or quantify or place as a boundary for oneself or whatever you wish to say. The topics that I don't understand that a person talks about are all in the same thing, because the Leclerc effect and all the stuff that I talk with them all goes together.
like built up on predecessing information.
Understanding that is how the fuel is made, to the fuel is made to doing the stuff that I'm doing, to the other things, just saying, wow, the interface and so forth is done. To the harmonics that I'm explaining, that was the perturbation, that was the secret behind the pump and the wee sound to get the cavitation properties, to get the sixth bubble to flop on the seventh, to get reintegrate water to come, crystal to hit and do transmutation.
Yeah.
Inside that quantum foam, 7 hertz cavitational. all the Easter eggs out there that I fucking captured and fucking presented to people and showed and said, look, deconstructing and showing this right here. This, and this. But this all falls upon why you're getting this stuff structuring themselves, why it has to do with this. It all falls back in my original stuff of showing how to free yourself of the 6 degrees of freedom and obtain fully autonomous self-organizing system, intrinsic rattle of self, if not what you're working with. Get it to restructure itself. What the fuck would me do the stuff that I'm doing now still all stems back from such what was written out and showed if you do this right here, you're able to do this. If you do this, you'll be able to do this. If you do this, you can 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 do this. And if you do that, you can do this. And if you do this, you can do this. And if you do this, you can do this. There's no limit to it. You just keep projecting it. Except till just right now, when I reached if you do this, boop, oh, I gotta filtrate it. I made the flame hotter, which gave me a different penetration. I changed the shungite pyramid the way that it did. Just to try to get that little space to do something. Otherwise, that pyramid, there was nothing that changed to it. So I put that stuff on it. From reactor 3. Dust. Stuff that wouldn't change after a couple of minutes of having the flame on her. And me trying everything I could, it wouldn't change it. All I did was just kept me up and garnet and other shit like that around it. Garnet sand and shit. And paradox. And the world still look at glass. But anyhow. I'm sitting there holding on to that shit. You know. Once you obtain that intrinsic through kinetic energy, be it infused in water, infused in anything, the intrinsic side of your body takes over. Your autonomous system. That's the other thing. I'm trying to, like I asked him, if you don't understand the TRPs and all that kind of shit, and you're trying to figure out where the ace is coming from and all that kind of shit like that, boy, you're getting long in the tooth, but you need like a decade to two to fucking understand that. As Jamie did, and myself. The whole basis of homeopathy.
Or the aromatic vapor to understand how then flowers and things like that could be considered also, or like, just the flower itself could be considered to my misunderstanding Kilia.
Mm-hmm. In the sense of how it is used and accepted in homeopathy. Known as the suggestion, since they still haven't figured out supposedly the fiber mechanism to make that stuff fucking be factual, which it has been corrected. If you're not up on that, then boy, I've already posted it and talked about it and told you it again. If you ain't paying attention, I ain't mentioning it ever again. I think it's interesting the first time I found you, motherfuckers try to ever hack my shit after fucking a decade or so of having Facebook. And anybody just after getting off the phone with you, Motherfuckers try to fucking hack my shit. Everything is funny. One of the only times somebody's ever done that. Motherfucker in Oakland. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'll call my mom in a little bit. I'll listen to the conversation. She said at 7 she should be free. The only issue with this, like I'm stating, is the shit goes away. Fucking. This is something that goes away. Yeah, this is the stuff. But it's the same thing with the blue room. And that bean and shit like that. It's just something made of infrared. If they so enthused on that, then I just synthesize and make that one shit that I made that was just the color red. And it emitted the color red. It's activation of fucking TRP3 and TRP4. Be it that red fucking gives you a burn. Perturbation. Yeah. You charge up my pendants and you look at that shit with a black light like I was trying to explain to him. My stuff glows in the dark. I got the full light spectrum in it. Fucking 45 colors. When the fuck do you think that's working on? Or that's even infrared. You hit that infrared, it emits a different color and so forth. It's just like, never mind. That's not even touching or talking about fucking working with biophosphorine of the body. And be it just sucking out this stuff and not made out of a specific stone. It's just a sponge. A sorbent. You know what I'm saying? Like a zeolite and its cavitation and so forth. Pulls the toxins out and all that kind of stuff. But it only has so many uses. I'm trying to say to them, why not make it everlasting God stubborn? That doesn't go away. That stuff right there is just something that they've been able to find, heat up, retain the infrared. It dissipates back out, and it's done. After a minute, you only got so much of that mineral. How much do you wish to get rid of it? And forth understanding that the wars and shit that would be coming, Weil understood and told you how much of fucking shungite we needed to acquire and so forth to do the water needs that we need to do here, but also fucking so I can continue my experiments. Quantify that, liquefy it, transmute it, and have it in solid form so fucking we can place that with our water in our gardens, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Melt bismuth and get it the circle of the globulate and had the cuboid right there that I took that picture of. Man, square in the circle, bitch. Encapsulating it in a fucking shungite bead. So you can see that amorphous structure outside of it. What it do? What it do? What it do?
In combination with hydrogen, then obviously you don't have any new CO2 emissions at all. That's the holy grail of synthetic fuels. To be realistic, that requires still roughly around 10 to 15 years of development.
It's a lot of steps.
That's a lot of steps, and it involves a lot of people to make it work.
Yeah.